Let me hit the record button, and we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm just going to go over it in case this is anyone's first time, but like I said, I see a lot of familiar faces. But welcome to Batch Posting on Monday night, where we are going to go through all of the stuff and really more so walking you through how to post on social media, right? We can't necessarily go wrong, but we want to make sure that we are conveying our message, whether it is inspiring someone, maybe it's interacting, maybe it is, informative, right? We are sharing a story of hope and showing people the light on the other side while sharing your life, while sharing the products, while sharing the business. The whole point of all of this is also to make sure that yes, we are here with LaBelle. We have the products, we have the opportunity, but first and foremost, you are you, right? Tracy is Tracy, Liberty is Liberty, Jen is Jen, Britt is Britt, right? Everyone is their own person. So you don't want that to get lost either while in the midst of, promoting your business and your products, because you are so much more than that, which is perfect because Britt and I were just talking. We're like, you know what? We think it's time for a brain dump. So what does a brain dump mean? Literally, if you have a pen and paper, grab a pen and paper. If you have your phone in the note section, grab the note section of your phone, and we're gonna jot a few things down together, because sometimes we get up in our head about the perfect content or the perfect live or the perfect post that's gonna get that promoter, it's gonna get that customer's attention. And really, there's no such thing as a perfect post. It's simply sharing your story to connect with other people. Plus, people don't like perfect, all right? It's 2021. We're over it. Everyone's over the perfect aesthetically pleasing feed, the perfect picture, the perfect person, the perfect business, everyone's over it. So we don't want to sit here tonight with you feeling as if you cannot post unless it is perfect. That, oh, I can't post. It's not like so-and-so's post. Who cares? Your people are going to connect with you. So what we're going to spend time on tonight is really laying out you on your own piece of paper with a pen or in the note section of your phone and brain dumping a lot of stuff about business, a lot of stuff about your own story, a lot of stuff about your health experience and your health journey, because that is going to connect with your people. Not a $15 balance sale. It might catch someone's attention real quick, right? Might get them started. But when they connect with your story, when they connect why you chose the products or how this benefits you because of what you've experienced or why you chose the business, that's where that like, know, and trust factor is going to come into play, right? And so let's go ahead. And you have anything else to add on to that, Bray? We want to just get started and start brain dumping. This is my favorite thing to do. We good? Okay. Alrighty. So, and I want you guys to participate in the chat here as well, because I want some ideas flowing, because maybe someone else says something. You're like, oh my God, wait, yeah, same thing. I get it. I got it. So let's start with product, right? We know we have amazing products. We know our 3 steps are simple, they're effective, and that's what we love about it. It's simple, it's effective, it works, right? So I want you to think of, why were you looking at these 3 steps before you started anything? Why were you looking at them? What were you struggling with health-wise? And if you have ideas, drop them in the comments. I know for myself, I was struggling with energy. I was working 3 jobs and I was exhausted, right? And all I kept seeing was this pop up on my feed about people, right? Saying how they gave up coffee. That was one of the things that caught my attention. Energy and gut health, okay. Coffee drinkers, okay. Mood support, all right. So, we're starting here, right? But we're going to expand more off of that. But I want you to jot down these reasons as to why you look to the 3 steps. These were what you were struggling with, right? You were struggling with the lack of mood support. You were struggling with the lack of energy. You were struggling with the lack of energy and weight management. You were struggling with energy and gut health. You were struggling with energy, gut health, baby weight. I was looking at, I was helping a friend and they got curious, right? So I want you to jot down these things as to what you were struggling with personally. Then off of that, next to each thing, right? What was an excuse? Have you ever given yourself an excuse as to why you didn't start, or maybe you've done previous health regimens before, right? How did you compare the two? Did you sit on this for a hot second and you were like, no, I've literally tried everything under the sun? I had a woman reach out to me. I haven't talked to her in a few years, but it won't work for me, right? Right? I had a woman reach out to me last night and she's like, I keep watching. I've been watching, right? For what, 17 months now? 17 months, right? And she was like, I've literally tried everything in the book. And she listed out all of these different health regimens that she had tried. I don't have time, right? These excuses, right? And I'm sure there's more than it won't work for me, or I don't have time, or maybe that's the basis of it. Maybe it's fear out of, I've tried so many other things and I failed at it. What makes someone think I won't fail at this one too, right? Have you ever gotten to that point where you're like, yeah, well, tried it for like 2 weeks, fell short of it, then I quit and I didn't start again, or I did it for a month, nothing changed. Or there's people that have done regimens, they're like, yeah, I did it for years, nothing ever happened, right? Right? So money, didn't feel good off of it, all of these different things. So again, we have written down what we have struggled with. We have written down the excuses that we gave ourselves. But what was it that you were striving for the whole time? What was it that you were actually looking for? Was it to feel confident in your body again? Was it to have the energy to make it through your day and not have to rely on 10 cups of coffee before you went to bed? Was it the energy to keep up with, moms, I give you all the credit, because let me tell you, y'all juggle so many different hats, it's crazy, right? And I don't know this, but I watch so many moms on here and I'm like, I don't know how you do it all. I can't even handle 2 dogs, okay? I'm chasing them around like with chicken with my head cut off. But, you know, maybe, right, if you're a mom, is it you were juggling so many different hats and it felt like you couldn't keep up energy-wise, you know, mood-wise, you know, just getting through the day without snapping, right? I'm not trying to call people out. I'm just trying to give it, you know, give examples, right? But what I'm seeing here is energy, confidence, community. I wanted to feel more confident and ditch the naps, support system, confidence. All of these things that you're listing out right here, literally 7 posts of its own. So I want to explain where I'm coming from with this, okay? So with that being said, one post of yours, again, without being like, here's my 3 steps, bing, 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 boom, which I think posts like that every once in a while, just to get straight to the point, be like, listen, it provides better better energy, mood, clarity, focus, metabolism, digestion, weight management, boom, right? Those short, sweet, and to the point posts, or maybe you're making a reel about it or whatever with a call to action at the end, those you can always save. Maybe you do I don't know, once in a blue moon, right? But I also find strength in you sharing that story because, oh, go for it. Go for it. You just talk. You don't got to raise it. We ain't in school.
I know. Okay, so listen. So you guys know how like Katie is like the nice and sweet and like, you know, and then there's me. I'm the Sour Patch Kid, right? Do not post that on your walls. Don't do it, y'all. Don't do it. Let me tell you guys why, okay? Like and it's nothing bad about this. Like I tell people, thank you, sister. I just took my braids out like literally a minute before we hopped on. I was just cutting out my last braid, okay? So I hopped on just like this. It is spammy, but let me tell you guys why too. It's going to slow down your interactions with your audience, okay? I have recently gotten into the habit of either going live, and I learned, Katie actually taught me this, guys. If you want to run a sale or a promo, then you go live and you talk about it on your live, guys. People are going to vibe off of your energy. They cannot feel your energy off of your post, okay? So keep that in mind, guys. You want to go live and talk about any type of promos that you have, okay? Secondly, I now put it in my caption to go over to my stories. I say, hey guys, if you want to snag this deal, hop over to my stories, right? That's going to then give them the opportunity to go and see my actual day. They can see me talk about my unfold story, because I am a firm believer in talking about your unfold story before you post your unfold story. Okay. So if I'm going to do a workout, I'm going to talk about sculpt, and then I'm going to post an unfold talking about the products with a sculpt discount. Okay. That's how I like to do mine, guys. And I've received more interaction on that versus me just throwing up an unfold story. I talk about what I'm going to actually post about for my unfold. If it's the business, I'm going to say, oh my gosh, y'all, it's Friday, or it's Tuesday, payday, oh my gosh, like whatever. And then I'm going to make a post or a business post. Actually, Russell, you are in timeout. And then I'm going to do an unfold story based off of what I just talked about in my Instagram or my Facebook stories. Okay. So guys, that is like what works for me. I'm not telling you guys how to run your business. I can tell you I was that balanced girl who used to post, $20 balance just to get month end closed. But I have learned that there is more value in having people to pretty much just serve up more value, pretty much. Like, don't just go out there and be like, oh my gosh, I have balance for $20. Because then you're not really serving up value. People are not going to actually stay or become a 3-step customer, not unless you're smart about it and then you sample out 3-day sample packs with that balance. Okay. So that's just my 2 cents on that, Katie. Do what you want. I have another tip that I want to share that I told Katie about whenever we're going to talk about or post about the products. So Katie, you can go ahead and finish up, and then I'll come back with my tips on how to post about the products.
That, I'm so glad you brought that up, because I know we've talked about it so many times on here that I just forget to mention it again, how it has so much more weight and power when you go live. If you're talking about a sale, it was just like what Brett was mentioning last Monday, which was Sample Saturday, right? And she was saying, go live about it, instead of just saying, drop this if you want, like showing people what there is to it, explaining the benefits behind it. Plus you get way more exposure on a live than you do a post that is flagged by Facebook. So we wrote down struggles, we wrote down excuses, right? Which ultimately brings forward your pain points, right? That you were struggling with just in health in general, right? So these are what you're going to focus on when you are sharing your story about the product. So again, I'm going to go back, and this is not me making a post saying like, oh my God, these vitamins changed my life, man, changed them. I mean, like, yeah, they did, but like, that's not how I'm opening it up, right? So wait, where'd the chat go? I wanted to use some examples, right? So there was a few in the chat that were talking about energy, gut health, mood support. Why? Why did you need energy, right? So again, why did you need it? I mean, like, everyone and their mother can use energy. Like, that's a given. How many people on this earth drink coffee, right? So I want you to think, why is it? Think back, like I'm thinking back to the moments where I would come home from work and like I'm ready to snap on someone because I'm exhausted, I'm moody, I'm miserable because I hated what I was doing, right? And now I have to come home, right? We've got, at the time they were puppies. I mean, they're still puppies, but taking care of dogs, coming home, doing the regular household stuff seemed like, a burden where I'm like, now I've got to clean, now I've got to cook. And next thing you know, it's midnight. I'm like, wait, got to set the alarm, right? So we want you to think about it. Why is it that you needed what these 3 steps hold? Why did you want to lose weight? Why did you want to gain energy? What was wrong with your mood? Right? There's a deeper story to that other than I wanted to be happy and healthy and energized. Like, cool, right? I really want you to think down as to the stories. Again, you wrote down your struggles. You wrote down your excuses. Why was it that one thing that you were struggling with? What story can you pull from that? Was there a time where you came home and you're like, if someone else breathes the wrong way, I swear to God, like I'm flipping the table. Come on, I probably sound like a crazy person right now, but I can't be the only person that has been in those situations where I'm like, wow, my mindset, wow, like I'm not like that anymore, right? All because you had a simple shift of your morning routine. And not once in that post am I stating what the three steps are. At the end of it, I'll probably close it up with something like, thank God I added a 15-minute routine into my mornings, because it literally sets the tone for my day. Right? Or maybe, great, I'm not the only crazy one. Thank you. Right? So that's product wise. Again, why did you need the 3 steps? Go past the energy. Bring up a story that made you like, oh my God, I forgot about that. Like, I used to be a whole different person, right? So now we just wrote those out. Again, these are your pain points. This is circling back to the chart that we had talked about when we first started these batch postings, okay? It's that chart that's in Beyond a Million in the guide section with the pain points. So you've jotted those down. Now we're going to flip it over to the business side. Yeah, and a call to action, right? I'm going to share on this too. I've even started putting my call to action in the beginning. Why? Because sometimes people don't make it to the end of your post, right? I want to catch their eyes, and I want to encourage them to comment below right off the bat, right? I made a post tonight and I was like, all right, where are my other control freaks out there? Hi, hello, my name is Katie and I am a recovering control freak. Okay? That's how I opened it up. So that's a call to action, right? I'm like, all right, come on. I know I'm not the only crazy one. So that's what you can bring to the beginning of your post. It's really a hook, and it's a call to action all in one, because you're speaking to your audience, right? Maybe you're a mom. Where are my other fellow moms at, right? And then you can have a call to action asking them to be like, all right, where are my other mamas at? Question mark. And then go into your story. Have you ever had a time where you literally walk in the door and like the sound, like you didn't fold the towel the right way, right? And I'm flipping out, right? So I'm just giving examples, but I want to flip it over to the business side, because we're going to go through these same things just when it comes to business. And oops, sorry, waiting room, Carrie. So we're going to flip it over to the business side as well. And then we're going to go into a few other things. Brittany, do you want to add in stuff before we go over to the business side? Or you want to go into the other stuff after?
Are we going to give them some time to create a post? Or no?
Yeah. You guys want to spend some time brain dumping everything that we just went over, and then we'll move over to the business side? Yeah, I'm seeing like some like, hey, Bob, yes, no, yeah. Okay. Let's spend some time with that. Oh, sorry. What?
Yeah. No, I think we should just give everybody a chance to go out and just at least create a couple of sentences as to why you did these 3 steps. And just jot it down, like just empty your brain, like Katie was saying. Mine was, I needed energy, I needed mood support, I needed a new life, pretty much, y'all. Just a whole new life. Okay. So let's take a couple minutes and let's do that. And of course, if you guys have any questions, make sure you put them in the chat.
I need to play some music. Ain't nobody caught me yet.
You don't see that. I'm making this up as I go. Hold on. Who deserved this more than me? The target's open on the street. Been fighting since I'm 17. Don't know no other way. Hey. Just gotta say that I was born for this. 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 Say it to the time. Tell the place in the middle. I was born for this. 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 Say it to the time. Tell the place in the middle. I've been ready for this all my life. All the voices in my head trying to throw me off my line. When I start to listen to them, I gotta remind myself. Who deserves this more than you? Nobody know what you've been through. You're stronger than you ever knew. You get to be afraid. Just gotta say it. I'm born for this. 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 Staying out of time and the feels. Time place in the middle. I'm born for this. I'm born for this. I'm born for this. I'm born for this. I'm never coming down, coming down. I'm around. I'm coming from the crowd, coming from the crowd. I'm mistaken. I'm never coming down, coming down. I'm coming from the crowd. I was born for this. 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 I was born for this right here. Say it till the doubt disappears, until the face in the mirror. I was born for this. 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 I was born for this right here. In the mirror. I was born for this. 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 In the mirror.
This spring, get deep. With this new active park assist, all you do is hold down a single button. And
You and me will be always. I'll be honest, there's a lot I don't know. So much of this is out of our control. And the hardest thing can be learning who to let go. Cause there's a short
Trying to find non-copyrighted music because every time I do like real songs, YouTube's like, you didn't write that. I'm like, I know. So I'm gonna try playing non-copyrighted music just so I can upload it. Will it play?
I know you are with me, yeah.
Do you want to move over? I know you got the jams right now, but do you want to move over to the business?
Yes.
Okay, so guys, for the business, I'm going to make this really, really quick because I feel like we always run short on time and I have a bunch of stuff to give out to you guys. So for business purposes, why did you start? This was not my plan A, my plan B, C, D, E, or F, okay? So this was like nowhere in the cards for me, okay? So what made you say yes to this business? Who are you doing this for? who are you actually doing this business for? Is it for you? Is it for your family? Is it for the ones that's coming after you? Who are you doing this? Who are you doing this for? If you're a mom, that's 3 different posts right there into one, right? Or you can break it up and do 3 different posts. I want you to stop right now and write it out. Who are you doing this for? And just to focus back a little bit about what we talked about last night on the team huddle, does your reason why match up with your daily efforts? So if I say I'm doing this for my kids, does my efforts every single day match up for that? Is it, if I say I'm doing this because I want to come home full time to be with my kids, does my daily actions follow up with what my reason why is? Okay, that's just a one-off. You guys think about that. That question has been in my head since we had the team huddle last night, because a lot of people, I hear them say this all the time. I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this for this. But our daily actions don't show or line up with that, okay? So keep that in mind. But I want you guys to create a post right now that's going to talk about who are you actually doing this business for, okay? If you have any questions, put them in the chat. We're going to spend just a couple of minutes on this, guys, because I want to go over to another thing that I talked to Katie about. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but just jot down real quick, you know, your thoughts on who you're doing this for. DJ Katie, you're back on the 1s and 2s.
I'm not feeling this. Switching tunes. While we're writing out and brain dumping and jotting down these ideas, I wanted to add on top of what Britt said about Britt's Sunday huddle last night. One piece that stuck out a lot, where we talk about our why so often. You know, if it is about your kids, if it is about your family, if it is about a future family, why is that for you, right? Asking yourself why again, because it just came to mind as I'm sitting here writing it down, where my why in the beginning started out for like $100. It was for the money, but like, why was that, right? Was there a struggle attached to it? Was there, you know, really, was there a struggle or a pain point attached to that as to why you started and needed this business? Sweet Jesus. Ooh, eat it.
Katie cut the music on. I had something else to say, y'all, but
Shit.
we'll just wait.
So
The DJ left her section.
I was pulling a scrunchie out of Bella's mouth.
Guys, real quick to add to this, whatever your reason why is, guys, make sure that you put this post with a picture of, like, let's say if it's your kids, how many people can you relate to if you post a picture of you and your kids with your reason why as your caption, right? Let's say you don't have kids, you're a dog mom like Katie. You can go out, guys, and take pictures of you and your dog and use the same reason why as your caption, okay? So keep that in mind, guys. Don't overthink it. Remember when Katie first started this, like, no post is a cat mom. Yes, take a picture with your cat. No post is a bad post. I know Jennifer had her birdie, and she used to take the cutest little pictures with her bird on her shoulder. And I mean, it made people get to know her, right? Guys, you have to remember that we are in the business of building relationships, and you cannot build a relationship with someone if they do not know who you are. You gotta let people in. You have to go out there and say, hey, like Katie said, you want people to like, know, and to trust you, right? I think almost everybody knows about my life because I'm just an open book. Oh, and look, there's Ellie. Her cat just walked in front of the screen. She's a cat mama. So let people in, guys. You want people to get to like you, to know you, and to trust you, okay? So that's an idea for you guys to make a post. We are already at 7 o'clock. Good Lord. Okay. So moving on, I have this idea to make a post about Tip Tuesday. And so what Tip Tuesday is going to be geared around is going to be your favorite Lavelle products, okay? But not in a spammy way. It's going to be in a educational way, okay? So like, let's say for me, I love my capsules. I love my Black Label, but my favorite product, yes, another opportunity to also go live. Absolutely. My favorite product has to be step 2, which is the lifestyle mix, because I do suffer with gut issues. I'm a 2-time C-section mama, and I also love Balance. Biotic is growing on me. Lord, when I take those two together, fill in the blank. Okay, so I can tell you guys right now, step 2 and Balance are my 2 favorite products. So I am going to drop a Tip Tuesday on gut health and talk about my 2 favorite products. With that, I may post a picture with me holding up a bottle of Balance. I may hold up a picture of me with my lifestyle mix. Whatever it may be, guys, I'm going to give a tip on that product. Let's say if your favorite product is Sculpt, right? And you work out. So you can take a picture and post that picture with your bottle of Sculpt and give a tip about that. Like, do you know that our Sculpt capsules have the highest grade of amino acid? It helps you Boost has seriously grown on me. Boost, you can talk about that because a lot of people do not incorporate greens. Not Katie, Jasmine and I were on the phone with a customer earlier, and she was like, if you're talking about greens, I don't do greens. That's not my thing. Like, I don't eat or consume any type of greens. Talk about that, because a lot of people probably don't even know that we offer Boost, as a form of your daily greens, right? I want to do this because I feel like a lot of times we're just like, oh yeah, 3 steps, but let's inform people, guys. Let's switch it up and let's make it a Tip Tuesday. So you guys, I know we talk about paydays on Tuesday. This can be one of your other posts that you can utilize as a tip. And real quick in the chats, I want you guys to drop down real quick. What are your favorite products that we offer? Like I said, mine is step 2. When we go on vacation and I don't have my almond milk, I am going cray because I need my step 2, like hands down. Thirst, yes, vitamins and Expand, absolutely. And so Katie has Expand. Expand is a product that we hardly, like, we don't even talk about that product a lot. She can go and make a post about that and talk about what Expand, like the tips on why Expand is so important. For me, I used to take Expand when I used to work full time, and I was like in business meetings and I couldn't keep up. The brain fog was there, and you can talk about that because a lot of people deal with brain fog. Okay. Sculpt, absolutely. You can talk about the benefits of Sculpt. And just, guys, don't make these posts like long and drawn out, because a lot of times, like Katie said, people will miss your post because they don't read that much, right? We are in a generation to where it has to be quick, it has to catch their eye, and we got to know what's going to stick. And I can tell you right now, if you can shorten it up, guys. Okay. So if you have a tip, just go out there, drop your tip for that day. And I can tell you right now, I want to make this a thing that my customers look forward to every single week or every other week, so they can get into the habit of knowing what we offer. They can educate themselves on what all we offer. So whenever they are ready to say yes, they already know in their head, like, hey, I want that balance that you talked about. I want that Sculpt that you always talk about. Yes, Sculpt and vanilla lifestyle mix, absolutely. Talk about that, guys. Talk about the benefits of those products and give out those tips. I'm gonna shut up now, give you guys a couple of minutes to make that that post and just jot down some information, and we can move on from there. Yes, flip-flop between the two. My lives are very random most of the times, unless it's a scheduled opportunity live. And really, I go live with whatever is on my brain at the time that I want to get out. If I want to do a sale on Saturday, I'm going to go live and talk about it. If I want to spit some fire, I'm going to go live and talk about it. And I was so mad today because I did not want to make a post. I had nothing in my head to like write out. And Katie always told me, she was like, it's easier just to go live. I tried to go live on Facebook was like, no, sis, not today. We will not connect you to Facebook Live. Not today. So I was super mad, but I did hop over to Instagram and go live over there. Facebook was hating big time. I even restarted my phone and everything. But if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Your tagline, you can do just Tip Tuesday. Okay? Just leave it at that. Do not overcomplicate it, guys. Tip Tuesday, talk about your favorite product.
I love that. I need more now. I'm also like, as you're explaining it, I was also thinking, I'm like, not only is this for like current customers watching, maybe it's new products that they haven't tried yet, but for people to hop on board and start with your favorite product, you know, with like as a new customer, and maybe they start out with that and like a trial as well. I love this. What the hell? Please hold for music. I'm gonna play it off my phone.
Okay, while y'all working on that, I want to tell y'all this one quick tip, and I promise you I'm going to shut up. Another tip, guys, that I love to talk to my customers about is how active are they and how much water are they drinking. Guys, this is an easy post for you to make. Let's say you have one of those half-gallon jugs or a gallon jug. Guys, that can be a tip, right? You can talk about how important it is to, do your water intake every single day. That is a tip for your audience, right? So I know almost everybody I know does not drink enough water, right? So if they see that, that can be an easy reminder. They can easily interact with you on that. And you can even put a call to action at the end and say, hey, how much water are you drinking a day? Or like if you want to use the boost, are you getting your daily intake of your greens? The expand, do you have brain fog? Right? You can turn that into an interactive post and an informational post at the same time, guys. So keep that in mind.
I wanted to share this. I was just writing it down because this whole thing just gave me idea. I'm like, oh my God, we could go, if I went live every single Tuesday, right? If you want to take this idea, take it and run with it. But taking Tip Tuesday and also combining it with like Trial Tuesday. And here I am presenting one of my favorite products, right? I literally just listed out 5 just off the top of my head. Ones that I use every single day, ones that I often share about. Maybe it's some that I haven't shared about in stories in a while, But my idea behind it is like, okay, I'll showcase this product, right, for Tip Tuesday. Did you know? Or a little bit of background as to how it, like what it helps you with. And then tying it into trials, pack up some trials, and then say they have, they have two options if they want to get started, right, with that call to action. If you want more information on how to get your hands on a trial, go ahead and drop the word trial. If you want more information as to how to get your hands on one of my favorite products, go ahead and drop the word product. And I will also be throwing in a free 3-day trial along with it, something along the lines of that, right? So I just wanted to share what I just wrote down. I have like 5 products written down so far. That's 5 Tuesdays in a row, live 5 Tuesdays in a row. And again, incorporating those trials to get product in people's hands too. Do you want to go on to the other idea that you had, Britt, with the Thursday? And what Alexa said too. Yeah. Sorry, in the comments.
Yes, Alexis, absolutely. And it's, I mean, it's so crazy because, like I said, Jasmine and I were on the phone with a customer, and she was like, "Well, I take a multivitamin and I take folic acid," and I'm like, "Girl, we got that in our products already. Like, you don't even have to take that anymore." Had she not said that, we would have never had that conversation, right? So, it's always good to inform your potentials and your current customers on what we actually have, because a lot of people don't even know. Okay. So my next thing that I had was, instead of you guys, I mean, I'm skipping over Wednesday, but instead of us talking about Transformation Thursdays or Transformation Tuesdays, why not do a throwback Thursday? Okay. So when we throw it back, I want us to throw it back way back to who we were before we said yes. Because like I always tell you guys, a lot of people see the now, right? They see, oh, well, she has confidence, she's lost weight, she looks good, all of this, that, and the third. But let's go back to where I started at, sis, because it has not always been like this, okay? Throw your booty back. Oh my gosh. Do not go and throw your booty back on Facebook or Instagram, okay? Do not listen to Katie. But guys, shopping. Yes, absolutely. That's amazing. But y'all, let's bring people back to where we started, right? It can be with a before and after photo of you trying to show like your transformation, whatever it is. I want your storyline though to be about where you used to be. Okay, we're not going to talk about where we are now, where we used to be, right? And then you can end it with a call to action, like tell me how, how, I don't know, like I wouldn't say like tell me how you started either, but like tell me if you can relate, right? I am all into calls to actions right now because I want people to interact with me in my post, just so I can get to know them. They get to know me. We build that relationship, okay? So we're going to throw it back Thursday and talk about where you used to be. Okay, not so much like, oh, look at me now. I lost 25 pounds. Yay, me. That's great. But you're going to lose your audience because guess what? They ain't made it there yet. They want to lose 25 pounds. They're struggling right now with weight management or the energy, whatever it is. They are still on that struggle bus. But you got to give them hope to show them what we actually have that can serve a value for them to conquer those goals, okay? So keep that in mind. Take a couple of minutes and do that, guys. Drop it in the chats if you have any questions. The chat, not chats. Chats.
What Britt was saying before was the whole idea with Throwback Thursday is showing like who were you before you started all of this. You can do it from the product side. You can even flip this to both sides. You know, if you have pictures before you started the product, pictures of you before you started the business. What I was just writing down was, you know, as a opening up was, you see this girl right here? Let me tell you a little bit of, you know, let me tell you a little something about her, right? And I'm going to list off like what looks like she's happy was actually struggling with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? Or if it was business wise, I'm flipping it over to what I was struggling with. Maybe it was financially, you know, time wise, absolute no freedom wise, like all of that. So just instead of being about only the products and before and after pictures with that, but who were you before as a person, right? As a person.
Is this Zoom still going on?
Yes.
I can't. It is? Okay.
Yeah.
Who's all on? I don't see anybody but you.
If you're on your phone, you probably have to swipe right because it's only showing the person speaking. We have 29 of us on right now.
I'm sorry. Thank
You're
you.
okay. We do have about 10 minutes left though. So hopefully you got a few things jotted down for a Throwback Thursday. Wanted to share a few ideas in case anyone else needed some. I wrote down, I'm throwing it back to the time where I used to gain a lot of weight. I'm throwing it back to the time where I lost a lot of weight. I have another post where I'm going to throw it back to when I used to be really on edge, especially after getting sober. I'm tying in one of my pillars. Another one I literally wrote 4 or 5 ideas down. I'm so glad you mentioned this, Britt. And then I'm going to throw it back to when I found this business, right? I was a year and a half into my sobriety. I felt like I lost myself again until I found this business and it like kind of brought me back to life kind of deal. Number 5 was I'm going to tie in relationship stuff too as like a throwback. Again, incorporating life, but then also incorporating what life has taught me over these last few years and communicate, like all of these different things. So again, this is very specific to your story, right? You can't be like, oh, I'm going to go snag her Throwback Thursday post. You know what I mean? So hopefully that helps. And hopefully you have some ideas written down. Really what we talked about too throughout the rest of this meeting, you know, we talked about struggles, excuses, pain points when it came to product, right? And so that is something that we can tie into on a Wednesday if you're doing a Wellness Wednesday post, right? You can literally, all those ideas you had written out, you can literally plan out your next like 5 or 6 Wednesday posts. We talked about why, right? We talked about our why, which is what we can share about every single Monday, which is why you started this business, why you needed this business. Why is it that you're still here? Why is it that you're still showing up? We talked about Tip Tuesday. So we've covered Mondays with why, Tuesday with Tip Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday with the product that we were talking about, Thursday with the Throwback Thursday. Friday, on Fridays, we typically I freestyle Fridays to where I don't have one set thing that I am talking about, but I'm just purely sharing my life. I usually reflect a lot on Fridays as to what weekends used to look like versus what weekends look like now, sharing with people what you're doing on the weekend, your family, yourself. I don't know, what are you doing? But then one other thing that we wanted to share was you can use this on Saturdays or Sundays. You can call it a Spotlight Saturday or a Spotlight Sunday, to where you are, what do I write down here? Shouting. Now you can shout out someone from your team, right? You can spotlight someone from your team, right? That's within your downline. Maybe you're spotlighting a side sister, someone that you have become close with, right? Maybe you're spotlighting someone that you look up to, right? Again, this is tying in the community piece of this business. So this is still tying in, this is still relating back without being like, this business provides me with, but more so sharing your appreciation, your gratitude for someone, right? So again, let's say you just started and maybe you're like, hey, I don't even have anyone on my downline yet. Who the hell am I supposed to spotlight, right? Maybe you've become close with someone I'm gonna guess you're in some sort of group chat, right? And if you haven't connected with someone just yet, this is your little kick in the butt to go connect, right? We have a very large organization here, many different faces, many different stories. Here's your little extra push out the door to go connect with someone, right? That is what we are all here for. But if there is someone that you either look up to, maybe it's, an upline, maybe it's like I said, a sideline sister or brother, or maybe it's someone within your downline, just truly shouting out there, what you appreciate about them. What is it about them that you connect with so much, right? But making that, you can make that a consistent thing as well, just like we talked about on Tuesdays and doing a Tip Tuesday. Maybe every Sunday you spotlight someone out of your 2 to 3 posts on Sunday. One of them you spotlight someone, right? And share how maybe they've changed your life, how you connect with them, right? I'm not saying it's got to be like, oh, they hit it doesn't have to be like a hit a rank thing. It's just you showing appreciation. So yeah, so that you can call that for Saturday or for Sunday. I know on the weekends, I like to talk about opportunities and I like to rotate through a few things. So again, that comes with, this business offers, maybe it's talking about the auto bonus. Is that something that you're working towards? If so, why? Why is it something you're working towards? I know I just recently shared how we're looking to build, finally you take full advantage of our auto bonus that we've had for over a year, and sharing that story, how we're going to build a car, right? Maybe it is travel. Maybe you're working your way towards Mexico, right? That is something else that this opportunity offers. Maybe it is something, again, within the community, that spotlight Saturday or spotlight Sunday ties that in tremendously. But there's is there anyone on here that just joined for the community? Yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying there are people out there that join because they so desperately want to feel a part of something. I know I did, right?
Katie, can I say I did not join for community? I was such an introvert. I am. But now I have the best friends ever.
I didn't join. I know I didn't, but I know that it's something that I lack on sharing because I totally, oh no. I was asking if people, did you, before you joined this business, right? Did you join for the community? Did you watch for some time and you were like, she's like, no, just kidding. I will say I started for the money, right? I'm sure there's others on here that
Jasmine did watch me because she wanted to become my best friend. I mean, who doesn't want to be my best friend?
It turned out great, we started for one thing and it turned into so much more. You get a lot more in this package than what you signed up for. Let's just put it at that. You get a package of products and you get a whole bunch of craziness with it, like, but beautiful craziness. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't know who Galaxy S20 is, but we
Galaxy,
love
where
you.
are you?
Galaxy, hey girl, hey.
Galaxy S25G. Got some good internet. Where you at?
Who's that high? We crazy. We are crazy.
Yes. What up? But just like she said too, I would ask, I think you have to be like on a laptop or an iPad or something to change it. I don't, you got to go into zoom.com. But it's not forgetting to share about those other things. Like, I can probably speak for a lot of us on here that we started for one thing and a lot more came with it. Can we like all, like those that have their camera on, like maybe head bob to that? Like, yeah, there was a lot more than just started for $100 a week. And I'm like, oh my God, I got friends out of it. Ew. Like, oh my God. Right? But it's a beautiful, I like saying that jokingly. But I wanted that car. Oh yeah, honey. She's like, you get your car paid for? Bet I'm signing up for that. But just also not forgetting those other pieces that this industry that this company offers. And that's okay if you haven't earned it yet. Do not count yourself out because you haven't earned it yet. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean the business doesn't offer it, right? I know I was talking about the auto bonus before we earned it because I'm like, oh my God, like, whoo! I was like, that'd be really cool, man. Like, that'd be really cool. You know, you talk about it until you get it, then you can pass it off to the next person. I'm obsessed. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Okay, I don't know why that made me laugh so much. Oh my God, I can't even. It is addicting though, you know what I mean? Like on Saturdays when we don't have like a meeting, I'm like, what the hell do I do with my life? I'm like, Joe, I don't have a meeting. What do I do? Like, you have to deal with me now instead of everyone else on Zoom, like, hi, you know, which is a factor of this business that is totally, it changes people's lives, even just community piece. So don't forget to touch on that. I don't even know what happened to my computer. It's saying, no? Okay. I can't see what time it is. And my whole computer just froze. Like, are we here?
We are here, Katie. It is 7:29. It is 7:29, and I'm gonna leave y'all with just some craziness, okay? Like, I went live today over on Instagram, and I named it 2 Truths and So Many Lies, right? And I talked about the lies that people perceive over this business, this industry, and our products. And I can tell you guys, like, I just laid it all out there. I wanted to do this over on Facebook. I am going to do it over on Facebook tomorrow, maybe. But I can tell you guys, it was so relieving to go out there and to say, hey, this is what it really is, right? Like, I'm not sugarcoating anything. Like, so what, it didn't work out for your friend? So what, your friend didn't have the support? So what, those products didn't work? Like, and I was very honest. I said, I could not pay my bills if these products didn't work. I could not be able to go on these trips if the products didn't work, right? Guys, be truthful with your people. I know talking about money is super weird for us because we are some humble little God Christian children, right? And we don't want to talk about money because we're so humble. But it's the truth, okay? And we got to talk about it, guys. So I want you guys to go live as often as you can. Katie said this a while back. If you're going live once a week, up until 2. If you're going live twice a week, go live 3 times a week. If you're going live 3 times a week, go 4, okay? Whatever it's going to take for you guys to grow and get out of your comfort zone, I am going to tell you guys right now to do it. If you have not went live ever, get with your upline right now and schedule one today, okay? Put it on the books. There's no backing out of it. I enrolled a girl yesterday and I said, hey, we're going live on Friday. She was like, yep, we're doing it. I wouldn't be a good leader if I sat here and said, oh yeah, you're fine, not going live. No, let's do it. Okay. So guys, go live. It's month end. Let's go have some freaking fun. My chat is like on fire right now. I can't even keep up. We're popping ranks over here. We have so much to celebrate. I want everybody on here just to level up. Guys, whenever you come on these meetings, I hope that you are really taking something from it and you are utilizing this for your business so that you can grow and then pass this down to your downlines so that they can understand how important it is to stay ahead of the game. We know life happens, right? Things happen that we cannot control, but we can utilize what we have, which is the time right now to prepare for whatever may come, which means that take this time serious enough to go ahead and create that content, create that, those captions for those moments when you cannot hop on. Okay. So, I love you. I love y'all so much. That's all I have, Katie. My wild kids are home. I need to go wash my hair. So
So we're ending this. We will see you guys in just a few minutes. It is not the end of the month. So if you are sitting on here and we're closing this out and you still have something to run after, let me tell you, this ain't over until it strikes midnight Wednesday night. You heard? Because your momentum now determines your momentum going into April, and that's a fact. That's a whole fact. So go grind out the rest of the month. We will see you in about 20 minutes on the MMM. Thank you guys for showing up for you and your business, and we'll see you next week. Bye.